Aquarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, so your energy, the Knight of Pentacles, all right, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Your person, the Seven of Cups in reverse, getting some clarity here. They're viewing you as the Seven of Wands, okay? A little bit of a defensive energy, or you're protecting your energy. They also know that you either have a lot going on in your life right now. They might be feeling a little bit protective of you, but they may also know that you have other options available. What you're not seeing, the Four of Swords, and the final outcome, we see the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. I think you've got a love offer coming in, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. You might be feeling confused, or you might not be communicating with this person right now. You may feel like this is some sort of missed opportunity, and I feel like you're doing the right thing. This Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. You're taking notes. You're focusing on you, your health, your finances. You're moving slowly. You're not in a rush here. We have the Star card, Aquarius energy. You're in alignment. See, Aquarius, you're playing the long game. You're not in any rush here. And I think you're protecting your energy. You're healing. You're on the right path. A lot of you, you're working really hard and you're getting a lot of reward and recognition. So if you're, going to the gym, focusing on diet and exercise and health and wellness, like, people are starting to notice. Some of you, your social media is blowing up. For others of you, you're getting reward and recognition here at work. Okay, I like this energy. You're in alignment. You're where you need to be. You're viewing this person as the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. So this is not a connection that you've fully let go of or given up on, but you may also know deep down that this person hasn't given up or fully let go of you either. Now the connection you're viewing as the King of Treasure, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So you do see that there could be potential stability here. But it's a slow moving energy. You're not in a rush. And I really do like that energy because it's mature. Because it's also, I want to take things step by step. I don't want to miss anything. And I don't want to lose myself or dim my light just to have this connection. Like, I want something solid, stable, and real. And sometimes that takes time to build. So I love your energy here, Aquarius. Your person, the Devil in reverse, and the Four of Swords behind the scenes is telling me this person, they're realizing they need to clean up their side of the street. They need to clean up their act. They may need to match your energy, especially if you're getting healthy. You're focused on your finances. You're focused on your stability. It feels like this person is realizing, okay, I need to also clean out the clutter here. Clean out that karmic clutter. I need to get my act together. I need to be able to match Aquarius's energy. This person has really sweet feelings for you. Okay, they have clarity here about this connection. I think they're coming in with a love offer, and I think they've been doing some work on themselves. So we see all is flowing, Aquarius. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. If you don't feel good in your current circumstances, it's only to show you contrast, which will allow you to move towards what does feel good. Okay. We see in the making. Yeah, see, you're working on something. You're working on this up-leveling. And again, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're on the right path. You're entering a new reality, opening up to new levels of you and where your best self exists. It's your time to shine, so don't hold anything back. Okay? I love that. And you're not meant to dim your light or to really stray from the path that you're on right now, Aquarius. It can't escape your shadow self. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will continue to direct your life. And I feel like that's what you're defending, okay? What you're defending is the work that you've done. You're defending, not dropping back into patterns where you dim your light, or you make yourself smaller, or you allow a relationship or a person to take you off of the path that you're on that feels so aligned. Yep, and Spirit's saying, but at the same time, build bridges, not walls. Everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of the walls you built. Let your guard down and let life in. Okay, so also a reminder here that all is flowing. You're where you need to be. You don't need to give up yourself or give up your path or dim your light for a relationship for the right person. But you can also allow space or build bridges, not walls, for the right person, right? I'm not saying they're necessarily the right person. For some of you, they are. Some of you, they aren't. But with the Seven of Cups in reverse, they're feeling sweet feelings for you. They're crushing on you, or they want reunion. I feel like they're cleaning out their karmic closet. That's what I'm getting. I think they're doing shadow work. I think that's why this Oracle card came out. I think they're doing shadow work. I think they're starting to see things clearly where they weren't before. I think they know they need to shape up, or you're just going to blow past them, or you're just going to, you're going to evolve past them. We see the Five of Spears. This person may have been detached. They may have brought you conflict. But I also feel like with the Five of Spears, this person, the Five of Swords, they do want to fight for this connection, Aquarius. And the Emperor, they want to step up. They're stepping up. I think they're doing the work behind the scenes, but they want to step up. They want to be your person. They want to be the person that builds and grows with you. And we see the Empress energy in reverse. Yeah. They may realize that they weren't holding space for you, being supportive. They weren't in alignment with you. And I feel like I'm not reading this as third party energy at all. What I'm reading this as, they're recognizing that they weren't acting the way they needed to act to be with somebody of your caliber, or to be with somebody and support somebody who was on the path or the trajectory that you're on, which is a major glow up, which is switching timelines, which is moving forward. So with the Seven of Wands here, they know that you're protective, maybe feeling a little bit defensive, that you have other options, but that you're achieving your goals here, or you're on your path to achieving your goals. They know that you've been hurt or disappointed by them not being supportive, or them not showing up for you the way you needed them to. They see you as loving, nurturing, caring, creative. Again, you are also in an energy of abundance, Aquarius. You're creating. And I feel like you've oftentimes created a lot of, you create for yourself, but you've also been loving and nurturing towards others at the same time. And I think they're starting to see that you were kind of doing everything, like going through this major up-leveling for yourself, working on your business, working on your health, working on, whatever it is that, your creativity, whatever you're creating, your abundance, your peace. And that they weren't actually supporting that. And they're realizing they need to shape up here. All right. And they realize you were supporting them. Nine of Pearls. You're in a building, you're in a growth, you're in an expansion phase. And they realize that they weren't adding to that they may have been taking away from that, or they were expecting you to also be taking care of them and their needs. Kind of like dragging them across the finish line. Right? And I feel they had a major wake-up call. I don't think it felt good for them. I think when they're looking back at it in hindsight here, Aquarius, it doesn't feel good now. But I think they needed a little bit of seeing the big picture to actually get it. Now with the Four of Swords, this person's been healing. I feel they've been doing a lot of introspection here. They've taken like a time out, no matter how long it might be. Maybe it's a few hours, a few days, a few weeks, months. Strength card. Yep. See, I think Aquarius, when they look at you and what you do on a daily basis, what you're building, where you've come from, and then what you also do for everybody else, you're in this expansion phase. And I feel like it actually reflects back at them that they're not quite as strong as they thought they were. Like, I just see that they're really recognizing everything that you do, like this superhuman strength. The Wheel of Fortune. They want to come towards you, but they're building up strength and courage to be someone of value in your life, because they know that you're going to surpass them if you haven't already, or you're going to evolve past them if you haven't already. And they don't want that to happen, but they need to work on themselves. They need to build up strength and courage to meet you in that energy, to be of value to you. And we see the Six of Pearls in reverse, yeah. But they're reviewing the past. They're ruminating. They're sad. They're worried that maybe it's too late, that maybe they don't have the strength to meet you where you are. That's the Empress energy. Am I good enough? Can I ever be good enough? Will I be able to, be the person Aquarius really needs? Because I feel like they're starting to recognize that you need love and support. Not an adversary, and not, not extra baggage. The Queen of Cups. I think you have a love offer coming in. The Magician energy. This is my Mercury retrograde card. So we are currently in Mercury retrograde in Pisces. So I do feel like there may be a love offer coming in before the 20th of March. The Eight of Spears. I think you're going to be in your head about this. You might not be ready to take action because it might throw you off. It might anger you. It might upset you. It might spin you out a little bit. And we see the Nine of Spears in reverse because you're really worried that no matter what this person says, I'm not sure that you believe it. And some of you, you're not sure if you still want this. Because I kind of feel like there's some things here that you can't unsee. Now, I don't think you fully let this person go, but I think you've had time to evaluate, and you've had time to take a look and see what you want and need in a partner and in a relationship and what you're building. And you're not sure that things can actually change here. They're working on it behind the scenes, up-leveling. I do feel like Spirit's telling you to not make up your mind so fast. Because this person, they want to come back around, but I'm seeing the Devil in reverse and the Judgment card. This is somebody who's actually making some steps, taking actual steps to do things better, to do things differently. All right, what do my Aquarius need to know about this person? So I feel like Spirit's saying, not so fast, Aquarius. Maybe you want to hear what this person has to say. You might not want to ice them out completely just yet. They still have hope that they can turn this around, or that you two can make this work. We see evidence. I do think they're a little bit worried that there's some sort of third party. Maybe they've heard some gossip or somebody said something to them. Again, there may have been questions about their loyalty in the past. You're very special to them. They want more moments with you. And negative thoughts about you. There may have been people around them as well that were maybe not supportive of you or supportive of this relationship or supportive of what you were building. But I kind of feel like this person is ready to kind of tell everybody to F off, right? Because I think this person really does want you. I think they're realizing that you're on this path to success and abundance, and they're not coming towards you because of that, but because they want to be on that path too. And they want to be a part of your support system, and they want to build and they want to grow with you. They don't want to be against you. And I think they're starting to realize that their immature behavior or their unwillingness to sort of shift, change, support, see what you were doing, see that everything that you were giving, their unwillingness to see those things or to support you landed them back in a situation, not necessarily another relationship, but maybe hanging out with friends who are, not as driven or don't want forward movement or something, or just back into their life where they were like, damn, I miss Aquarius. I actually want to build and grow. I actually want something different for us or for myself. They're definitely doing a lot of checking you out at nighttime, watching your social media, probably checking out who's watching you. Because there's this glow up here, Aquarius. Let's see, what else do we need to know? What else do we need to know about this person for my Aquarius? Morning person. This to me is somebody, now, not to judge because sometimes I'm a late night person as well, but a lot of times with this card, I do associate like healthy habits, like setting an alarm, getting up, making your bed, going for a walk, having a workout, you know, breakfast, coffee, organization, work, you know, whatever it might be. So I do think like your person has modified or is modifying habits or is in a healthy space. We do see that with the Devil in reverse and the Judgment card in the upright. Married. This person wants a stable relationship. They're realizing they don't want to go back to just being that single person. And I also feel like they going back to being single and then just being with their friends. I'm not saying that they don't have some supportive and good friends, but I feel like they kind of feel like, wow, this is a major setback. I don't want this anymore. I want what Aquarius was offering. I wanted that forward, upward movement. And not because they want to attach and they want to drain you, but it's because it felt good. But it almost feels like they were pushing back against it. And now they're realizing that was just them being ridiculous, right? So we see physically active. Some of you, they're working out, they're going to the gym, they're infusing healthy habits into their daily life. Again, it feels like my Aquarius, the energy you're giving off, whether this is exactly it or not, is you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your home, you're taking care of finances, you're working towards your goals, you're pushing, you're doing, you're growing, you're seeing the results. And this person, I feel like, I don't know if they were pushing back against it, or they didn't know exactly how to be supportive or where they fit in that, or they couldn't keep up. But now it's like they are. Like now they're working towards that. You two might be very different, opposites. We see religious. You could have different religious or spiritual beliefs. Or, you know, for me, religion can also be just, you know, habits, right? Habits and beliefs, like daily, you know, systems and things like that. And we see this person loves to stay in. So, you know, where if this person was maybe like wanting to go out all the time and you were kind of like, you know what, I want to go to bed early, I want to wake up rested, I want to work out, I want to eat right, I want to organize, I want to make money. I feel like they needed some time to catch up here. I don't know if you're going to give it. I don't know if you're going to give it to them, Aquarius. I keep feeling like I wanted to call you Scorpio. If I've called you Scorpio at any point in time in the reading, just please forgive me. I know I'm in the Aquarius reading, but it's like on the tip of my tongue. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. I am looking at the Judgment card, which is Scorpio and Aries energy. But I think this person is realizing what they had with you was pretty great, felt really good, even if there was a little bit of tension or resistance there, because it may have been new. And it may have required an up-leveling, which, again, some people do really push back against. Change, right? Change, the unfamiliar. Let's see. What do they want to say to you, Aquarius? What does this person want to say to my Aquarius? They want commitment. They don't want to go back to being single. I just keep getting, they don't want to go back to being single and just like hanging out with their friends again. Even though their friends might be happy to have them back in this pause or in this separation or during this breakup, whatever it might be. It's like this person's like, I want more. And I had more with Aquarius. We were working towards more, but they created tension or pushback is what I'm getting. I want to call you and hear your voice. Yep, there it is. I let my pride get in the way of our connection because you were accelerating. You had your, you know, foot on the pedal. You were accelerating. And again, they maybe felt a little bit out of control or like they couldn't keep up. But inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. Yep, this is like a major come to Jesus moment, Aquarius. All right, let's see. And again, I don't know if you're going to accept it. Is it too little, too late? Have you evolved past this person? You're going to have to let me know in the comment section. All right, let's see. What do they want you to know? What do they want you to know? I feel damaged, like I just can't do this. Yeah, but again, I feel like this is also them feeling a little bit overwhelmed at your acceleration, at your growth. And they're a little bit worried that even though they've been doing this work and making changes and you're what they want, there's a part of them that may feel like they can't keep up or they won't be able to. I'm a better person because of you. Yes, you've inspired them to do things differently, especially like healthy habits, manage their money better. And your intensity frightens me and allures me at the same time. Yeah, that's this reading. I mean, that is this reading. Our connection still affects me. They're still inspired by you. They're still slightly afraid. All right. I just think you pushed not, and I don't think you pushed them out of their comfort zone. I just think they saw and witnessed your fury and your might. And I don't mean that in like the sense that you were like fighting or angry or mean. I'm just saying like you have a goal, you have goals, and you're working towards them, and you're like, boom, this is what I'm doing. And I think they were just literally like, excuse my language, but holy shit. You know, like I've got to step up my game here, or I'm just going to be left in the dust. Some of you, this may be a friendship that led to more, or it's important to focus on the friendship in this connection. Yep, there was an imbalance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. And again, I feel like you were doing it all, Aquarius. Again, you had your foot on the acceleration pedal, and you were also being loving and nurturing and caring and helping them. And I think they just, there was a sense of overwhelm here. But I think this has created a major awakening for this person. I do think, I see visible evidence in the cards of this person being like, you know what, I actually don't want to go backwards or stay stagnant. I actually want to be where Aquarius is, or I want to follow in Aquarius's footsteps, or I want to be the person that can support Aquarius in their growth, in their building stage. They're secretly yearning for you, and your true love is already a part of your life. So they're probably already around you. You have strong attraction and chemistry, but the big question for you, Aquarius, is can they give you what you deserve? Or have you accelerated? Have you evolved past this? All right, let's see. Let ego down, not your standards. Okay, so again, that may be hearing this person out. Don't let your standards down. Some of you, the way this person acted or behaved, there are things that you cannot unsee. All right. Stay with what's certain. Anchor yourself in what you know to be true. Okay? Be patient with yourself. Growth happens in layers. All right? So, because I do think this is going to be something that does kind of spin you out a little bit. And you just have to check in with yourself where their message, where their energy lands in your body. Is it relief? Does it bring you joy? Or does it make you a little bit nervous? Like, ooh, I don't know if I can go back to that, right? And release the need to fix. This is not yours to manage or repair. This is yours to take a look at and see, does this align with what I'm building? Is this the person that loves and supports me? Does this relax and calm my nervous system, or does it feel like it puts me on edge? Trust your own pace. And here it says you're allowed to move more slowly, or you're allowed to move more quickly, because I feel like a lot of my aquas, you don't want to be slowed down right now. And so it's about whether or not this person, how does this person or this connection make you feel? All right, sending you so much love and light. Take care.